Dollar Tree. You know the name. You've definitely seen the stores. But is their business model still a bargain? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into their latest performance and find out what's really going on.
I mean, their stores are just a familiar sight, right? A staple in so many neighborhoods. But today, we're going to go behind the scenes and look at the numbers and the strategy that power this absolute retail giant. So let's just get right to it. We're going to unpack their third quarter financial results to see what's really driving the company's performance today.
Okay, first up, the headline numbers. This is the big picture, kind of like the report card for the quarter that gives us a quick snapshot of how things went. Let's start with a number that investors always look at, earnings per share. This basically just tells us how much profit the company made for each share of its stock. For Q3, Dollar Tree came in at an adjusted $1.21.
Now this next number shows some real momentum. We're talking about comparable store sales, which is just a fancy way of looking at sales growth in stores that have been open for at least a year. It's a great way to measure a retailer's health, and they saw a really solid 4.2% increase.
But you know, a 4% jump in sales really makes you wonder, where did that growth actually come from? To find out, we have to look a little closer at what's happening with their customers.
And here is where it gets super interesting. It wasn't about getting more people in the door. In fact, foot traffic was down just a little bit. The real story is that the shoppers who did come in spent a lot more, pushing the average amount per purchase up a whopping 4.5%.
So this naturally leads to the next big question, right? If people are spending more every time they visit, what exactly are they buying? Is it necessities, or are they kind of splurging on wants?
So what are they buying? Well, it turns out a bit of everything. While essentials like food and cleaning supplies grew, the real surge, the real pop, came from the wants, things like party supplies and seasonal decor. Sales in that category jumped by almost 5%.
That growth in wants is no accident. It connects directly to one of the biggest changes the company has ever made, breaking that sacred $1 price barrier. This multi-price strategy is a huge bet for a brand that was literally built on a single price point. So the big question is it paying off? Well, the recent Halloween season gives us some pretty powerful clues. Halloween is just a massive season for that kind of discretionary spending, which makes it the perfect test case to see if customers are actually willing to spend more on those higher-priced treat items at Dollar Tree. And the results? They were absolutely dramatic. If we set the profit from these higher-priced Halloween items in 2022 as a baseline of 100, this year it jumped to 373. That means profitability on these items more than tripled in just 1 year. Incredible.
It wasn't just profit either. Total sales from these items also saw huge growth. Using that same baseline of 100 from last year, sales reached an index of 230. Shoppers were clearly embracing the more expensive options.
This is really the core of their strategy, and it's paying off. By introducing items at $3 and $5, they can sell fewer individual products while making way more profit from every single shopping cart. Now, beyond just the pricing, Dollar Tree made another massive strategic move this year, all designed to improve its focus and its profitability. After taking a good hard look at the business, the company decided to part ways with its sister brand, Family Dollar, completing the sale of that entire business this past summer.
So why make a move this big? Well, it's all about focus. This sale lets them pour all of their attention, all their money, and all their resources into the main Dollar Tree brand. It creates a simpler, leaner company that's totally poised for growth.
So, with a successful new pricing strategy and a leaner, more focused company structure, what does Dollar Tree expect for the future? What does the road ahead look like?
Let's take a look at their official outlook. This is the company's best estimate of where the business is headed for the rest of the fiscal year.
And their outlook? Well, it signals a ton of confidence. They're projecting total sales to get close to $19.5 billion for the year. And remember that key comparable sales metric? They expect it to grow by an impressive 5 to 5.5%, all while delivering really strong full-year earnings. So when you put it all together, the story of Dollar Tree right now is one of bold transformation. They're betting their future on a simpler, more focused company and a strategy that moves way beyond the simple promise of a single dollar. And this all leaves us with one final, crucial question for the future. We saw that store traffic dipped a little bit, and while higher prices are more than making up for it now, is this new model truly sustainable for a brand that was built on the simple promise of everything for just a single dollar?